Hi, if you're watching this, that means my spell worked and you're officially trapped in my phone, which means you get to watch my videos for the rest of forever. So, lucky you, I guess. Anyways, in this video, I'm gonna be painting a little picture while talking about my family reunion trip to Charleston, South Carolina, and how everything that could have went wrong, and just about the trip in general. I also wrote down notes, so if I'm looking down, mind your business. But I wrote down notes because I go on tangents whenever I talk. But let's start at the beginning. So, to start with, my family left 2 days before me on Wednesday, and I left on a Friday. So that means I had to fly by myself for the trip. Yeah. And I'm like a very anxious person. So I showed up to the airport at my flight was at 1 and I showed up to the airport at 11, which is like kind of normal time because airports. But my flight came like 30 minutes late, first of all. And I would be fine with this under like normal circumstances. But I had a connecting flight in Philly and that came at 3:30 and we were supposed to land in Philly like at 2:30, so this just pushed everything back a lot. And they were like, the plane's overheating, there's no air conditioning, and I was like, okay, that's fine, I can live with no air conditioning. And then like after like another 30 minutes, they were like, they deboarded the plane. They were like, oh, I don't even know what they said to me, if I'm being honest. I don't really remember, but they were like, yeah, we have to deboard the plane. They're like, really sorry, guys. And I was having a mental breakdown. At that point, I was in tears. Yeah. And then, like, after, like, 20 minutes of crying, I think it was, like, 3 o'clock by then. And then I was like, I know for sure I missed my flight. So I went up to, like, the little American Airlines desk, and I was like, I liked her because she didn't have time for pleasantries with all this commotion. She was like, what's your name? And I was like, Summer. And then she said, she typed it in. She said, here's it. And she gave me a new ticket. And she was like, get on this plane and then you'll get a connecting flight from DC to Charleston. So, yeah. So my flight to DC was smooth, except I was in the middle seat and I'm awkward. And I was like the last boarding group. So when I got there, I was like, excuse me, sorry. But then I was fine. I was in DC. I just had to find my other terminal. And they changed the gate like 3 times before I got there. And I was like, yo, this is ridiculous. Absolutely and utterly ridiculous. Alright, hold on. I'm gonna look up like a reference picture of what I want to paint. Okay. Alright. Yeah. So when I got there to DC, that flight was delayed like 45 minutes. They said there was something wrong with the plane. I don't know if there's just something wrong with like all American airline planes right now, because first the air conditioning's not working, then your plane breaks down. They had to replace it with this tiny little plane. I was like, what the hell is happening? But I'm fine. I'm still alive. I did hit my head though when I got off the plane, but I'm cool now, probably fine. Yeah. What else happened? What else did happen? Oh my gosh, guys, I can't remember. So I landed in Charleston like 8 o'clock, and then I went to the, what's it called? Baggage. I went to baggage because I had to get my suitcase, and it's a carry-on, but when I got to the gate, they were like, you have to check it because there's not enough room on the plane. But that was for my original flight to Philly. Like, I mean, the end destination was going to be Charleston regardless, but I waited there for like 45 minutes, like a solid 45 minutes to get my suitcase, and I was stressed out because I didn't know where it was. And then my parents were calling me because I told them, I'm off the plane. And they were like, where are you? And they were like, I started crying again. This is a theme in my life, to cry. I started crying again because I was like, So yeah, I just cried a lot. I eventually got my suitcase after arguing with the security man. Not the security man, the people who do the suitcases. So I went to like the baggage people that like help you find lost luggage. First of all, there was like five other people there, right? And you know, I had to wait in line. And this one lady, I don't know why, she kept coming back and forth, and I was like, oh my god, can you just help me already? But it's whatever. It is whatever. But anyways, after that, I got my luggage after a while of like waiting and crying. And then the story I just told you, I got in the car and told my father. And this is when the fun really started. When we got to our hotel and I saw my family waiting in the banquet hall for the reunion. All right. I'm going to take a break to actually like paint something, and then I'll tell you the rest of the story. So, yeah. All right. So, all right. So it's a lot of days later, and this is all I've done. Yeah, I just painted all. I painted over all the blue. But I'm gonna try to like paint a little fountain in the middle and do like palm trees all over it, like the one in South Carolina. But anyways, I guess I can get back to the story. Where was I? So I had just landed, and it's my family reunion, and this is the trip where I learned not all Black people can cook. But that's okay because I love my family. You know, it was like a long 8-hour day and I wanted some good food, and it was just all right. I mean, the rice was fine. Can't really mess up rice, you know. So after that, me and my cousins, we went to get Chinese food. I spent $35 on something. She spent $45. It was not worth it. It just tastes like refried food. Like they fried it twice that day and got no customers, so they had to put it in the fire again. And I was like, oh my god, this is disgusting. But I'm okay, I'm alright. I'm not gonna complain too much. What else happened? I don't even know what else happened. Oh, the next day was our beach day, right? And the beach is supposed to be like fun, relaxing. You usually go early in the morning. At least that's what my family does. I mean, not all my family, but you know, that's what we do. And it was not relaxing. I mean, it was a cute little beach. We went to Folly Beach. It was really crowded though. Especially, yeah. And then like, you know, my grandparents and like all the old people. No one wants to be walking on the beach if you're old, can't, like sinking into the sand and all that stuff. And it could have been a great day. I mean, it was fun. I had fun. We went out to eat after, but it just wasn't planned well. And yeah, it just wasn't planned well. I'm looking for colors, if you're wondering. What are you doing? I don't even know what colors. Alright, so I think, what color is a fountain? It's like gray, right? It's something like that. We'll figure it out. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba, I'm loving it. I have the cheapest paints ever. So, you know, sometimes in those videos, people do like the satisfying paint peels. Mine's can't do that. It's like the little, it just scratches off. It's like gross. What color is this? White. I need some browns. I don't even know if this is gonna look good. This could look atrocious for all I know. I need something to put my easel on, but I don't have that. So this is, Jesus Christ, move. Oh, it's the wrong way, Summer. that's kind of cool. That's kind of... Okay, there's the painting. All right, so... What is it? All right. I'm gonna try to paint it. What am I gonna paint it? I don't really know. Maybe I should paint the palm trees first. Yeah. Palm trees are just brown. They're just brown. Hold on. Let me sketch some more palm trees. No, I don't need to sketch it. I'm cool. We're just gonna raw dog this and see what happens. A little bit of whites, a little bit of water. I think this brown is not, it's a little dark. Cause you can't get no higher. I'm just gonna twist my body. All right, okay, Summer. This painting is gonna be very, I don't want to say beginner because, I mean, like, I am a beginner. It's gonna be very unique. I think that's a nice word to say. Unique. Oh, it could be like abstract art, you know? There's people who have like doodles like a second grader can make, and they're famous in museums. So why can't I be famous for also having mediocre work? You know, you feel me? Did you guys hear that? It was like a little fart. It's blowing a little bubble. Anyways, what was I gonna say? Oh, and so a reunion, it was 3 days, or I was there for 3 days. I was there Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It was 4 days this time this year. It's usually 3. I don't know why we had it longer, but it was fun still. But anyways, after, what was I saying? Oh, after the beach day, me and my cousins, we just played in the pool. We ate dinner, like I said. Next day, Sunday, is the last day of the reunion, but me and like my parents and my siblings stayed till Tuesday. Some of my other family stayed till Monday. So yeah. But on Sunday, we went to an arcade, a bunch of us. There was like bowling. I forgot the name of it, but the vibes were weird in there. I don't know if I really liked it that much because first of all, there were police everywhere and it was only like black people there. And I don't like that feeling, you know, like you're being watched, or just like they were full on SWAT mode. Like they have vests on and stuff. Like I get regular security. You can have security in a place in case something happens. But they were like making announcements, like, I don't know, it just felt weird. It was like, if you lose your kid, you'll be kicked out. If you have bowling shoes on when you walk to the bathroom, you'll be kicked out. And I'm like, what? That's ridiculous. and there's no reason. I don't know. Well, I guess South Carolina, I don't know about the gun laws there, if they're more open, if shootings happen more often there, if that's why, but like, it didn't feel right to just be like, to just see people in like in SWAT type of uniforms while you're trying to play Mario Kart. Like, does that make sense? No. Um, but after that, we basically, woo! Oh my god. We basically spent the whole day there, and things closed early there. They closed, yeah. So we got out of the arcade place at like 8, and so we were like trying to rush to get food. Also, another thing that scares me, I can't drive. I should be able to, but not legally. Anyways, the highways there, I was gonna ask if I could drive the rental car for my family, but the highways there, they're so scary and so wide, and you have to get on the highway to basically go everywhere. I'm not used to that. I'm used to just being able to walk. If I need to go somewhere, I can walk there. And if not, I'm gonna call an Uber, because driving on the highway like that it looked terrifying to me. Like, everything was going so fast. And the storms there were crazy. They were wild. It's like, it felt like the wind was gonna punch you in the, like, the wind had beef with you. Like, you're just gonna get punched in the throat. And I didn't know why. It hated me so much. But it's whatever. It is whatever. Alright. After that, we went to Baja Breeze. Is that what it's called? It's like a chain restaurant. They don't have it up here, but they had it down there. I've never been before, but it tastes really good. I liked it. I don't even remember what I got. But, oh, my mom got empanadas as appetizers. And those tasted real good. So, yeah. So, like, the last couple of days of the reunion were actually fun. We were trying to make the best out of it, or I guess we all were, because nothing was going as planned, or it wasn't planned to the best potential, you know? Like, yeah, it just wasn't thought out all the way, you know? But my family, so we just all hung out on Monday, because that's when everybody was leaving. Yeah, because people were leaving that day. They were like, what were they doing? Oh, some people took planes. A lot of people drove there. It took like 13 hours for them to drive there. So I guess that's good for them. Yeah. This is what I've done so far. It's kind of cute. Alright, so after Monday, we all hung out. So Tuesday was the last day. Was Tuesday the last? I don't remember if my family's flight was on Tuesday or Wednesday. But I think it was Wednesday if we stayed. I don't know. Anyways, that doesn't matter. So on Tuesday, we went to the aquarium. I was looking for something fun for us all to do, and their aquarium was really nice. I liked it down there in Charleston, because you could see like the water. I saw like what are those things called? You know, like the crabs, like a shoe. Is it a shoe crab? No. You know the ones, it had like the long beak, and it's like a shell. It was really cute. We saw one of those. We saw the turtles, and they did like a bunch of shows in the aquarium. I like that, because I don't think they do shows in our aquarium up here. It's usually just like walking around, or at least every time I've went, it's just walking around, and there's never much going on in the aquarium itself. But that was really nice. I liked how they did that. So we saw a turtle show. They talked about how they rescue turtles, what to do if you want to like help save a turtle or something. It was like, don't use straws and silly stuff like that. And then yeah, and then there was like a really big tank. I forget, I think it was 40 feet. or something like that. Yeah, and there was like sharks and everything in it, and then there was a scuba diver in it, and he was answering questions for people. And it was a good show. It was like a little arena they had in there. They had some really ugly fish in there. They had some really cute fish. They had a little bit of jellyfish. They had a little touching station. I think they had flamingos there too. And they had an eagle. An eagle. I thought the eagle was kind of sad. I was like, what is it doing in an aquarium? But they said it couldn't fly away anymore. And I was like, because the enclosure was kind of small. It was like as big as this area I'm sitting in right now. And it had like a net over it. But the net was high, but the bird couldn't fly even to get out of it. Like, it flapped its wings to get to the next branch, and it did a little squeal or whatever bird sound it makes. And I was like, oh, that's so sad. Anyways, after that, we went to go get ice cream. I didn't get cookie dough because that's usually what I get, and I didn't want to be basic, so I forgot what I got. It's like fudge fun time or something like that. They didn't have any normal flavors in the place that we went. It was just like, yeah. And I kind of just wanted to walk around and explore, but my parents did not, so we had to go. And it was fun for the most part. It was a trip for sure. I would go back to Charleston. I would just plan the trip myself. I don't like when people plan stuff for me because it usually doesn't turn out the way that you want it to. You know, there's always going to be complaints, especially if the person planning the trip doesn't talk to the people on the trip. Then they don't know what's happening. It's really confusing. And this is my second time going to South Carolina. I feel like for some of my cousins, if that's the first time they went, they're gonna be like, I don't want to go back there ever again. But it was a good, it's not a bad place. But maybe I went to Myrtle Beach last time, and I just stayed in Charleston for the day. But even just for the day, it was nice. But like, I don't know, it's all about what you go see and what you go do in a place. Yeah. All right, that's all my story about South Carolina. That's all I gotta say. But I'm gonna finish this little painting, and then I'll be back and show you guys. All right. Okay. So this is the painting I just made. It's alright. I think it's cute. I just spilled some paint on the floor when that fell. But this is the little pineapple fountain in Charleston. I'm an artist. I guess you can call me that. Yeah. Thanks for listening to me rant about my family reunion and my trip to South Carolina. Well, and I hope you go still. It's a fun place. You should have fun there. And yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.